All right, y'all. Dante's Boxing Nation over here live at the Frampton versus Cruz fight. We got my man, the former welterweight champion of the world, Shawn Porter, and trainer Kenny Porter over here. What's going on, Shawn?
Man, it's been a little while since we did this.
I know, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to get y'all, man. Once y'all go Michael Jackson on me, living next to Floyd. No, I'm messing.
I miss Mike. I do, man. I saw some Mike at karaoke the other week.
Man, Mike was a bad boy.
Let's do it. What we talking
He was
about?
a bad boy. So the first thing I want to ask you, Shawn, is the Andre Berto situation. Now, and I heard that Andre Berto, he heard you talking, and he getting a little heated now. It sounds like he fired up for the fight now.
He's getting a little heated right now. I think it could be because, I'm probably saying some things publicly that he doesn't want to say yet. But, I gave y'all the information yesterday and what was told to me that the fight is not official yet, but it's moving in the right direction. It should be happening. It's supposed to be Shawn Porter and Andre Berto, and it should happen in April.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's perfect timing, especially for the program that we on right now, training wise, and refocusing in all that kind of stuff. It's been a while, June since my last fight, so it's been a little while, and I think it's perfect timing. And the only thing that's stalling that whole program right now is Mr. Berto himself.
Oh,
So
go ahead.
Berto sent out a tweet, and he actually spoke with Fight Hype, I believe. Ben called him, and he basically said, keep your name out of his mouth before he basically punch you in it or something like that. I'm paraphrasing the quote. But,
Yeah. And I've seen that.
Why would he want to take it to a street fight when there's $7 million if he gets in a squared circle?
It ain't real, you know what I mean? When I first looked at, I think he went on a little Twitter rant about 6 to 8 tweets back to back, and I'm not like most people. Most people go with they first thought, their first feeling, and they blow up and all this and that. And I really took some time to dissect it. I didn't respond to whatever he said for about probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, and that's because I had to really read what he was trying to say. And I think at this point when you talk about him wanting to take it, quote unquote wanting to take it to a street fight and punch me in my mouth instead of doing, like he said, quote unquote, letting the business happen and us fighting in the ring and making some money off of this thing. I looked at it and I said, okay, now you just playing games. Now you just you trying to hustle on social media, and I don't get down like that. So I made it plain and simple that the business is taken care of. Don't let the business play you. And basically what I meant by that is don't miss this opportunity for a big fight and against a very good fighter myself, and the same for him.
And I'm just reading the comments. They listening to you right now. Shout out to Arab King. He said that Berto said that he not fighting you next, and you just talking a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. If he's not fighting me, then he ain't doing what the business want him to do. The business wants him to make some money. The business wants him to be seen, and the business wants him to fight Showtime Shawn Porter.
Now, Shawn, there's a whole lot of talent at the welterweight division. So just in case Andre don't take that fight, who's on your hit list right now?
I don't know. That's probably an ignorant answer right now, but when I zero in on somebody and you're the guy that I'm told is gonna be, everything kind of begins to evolve around that one guy. Outside of that one guy, I know that the big names that I want are just not available right now, and I don't think I need to say any of those names. Y'all know everybody in the one and the number 2 guy.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Outside of that, it was told to me that Andre Berto was going to be the guy. So in my mind, he has been the guy for quite a while now.
Okay. Now, Kenny, I want to ask you, since we already got your answer on Kell Brook, Errol Spence yesterday. Kenny, why do you think? It's all good. Kenny, why do you think Kell Brook doesn't want to take that fight? He said he'd rather take the Amir Khan fight. He said nobody knows who Errol Spence is.
Don't you feel like you're there now?
I'm right here with him.
Oh, okay.
Well, just in case people call in, but it's all good. It's all good. He got that fancy hat on. He don't want to mess that hat on.
It wasn't that. I can put it behind these big ears.
New edition. He's inspired by the new edition story.
Cool it now.
Oh, did you watch that?
Watch out.
You watched that miniseries? That new edition was no joke.
But no, he doesn't want to take a fight with Kell Brook. I mean, he doesn't want to take a fight. Kell Brook doesn't want to take a fight with Errol Spence because he knows it's a dangerous fight for him. And realistically speaking, if he was able to make the Amir Khan fight, that is a bigger fight. That is true. But if this is your mandatory, you got a choice. Either you fight this young man, or you give up this belt and let this man go ahead on and continue with his career. Don't hold the young man up. So I think it'd be a great fight. I've already spoken to Errol about it a couple of times, and we've already decided if the fight is in the UK, I'm headed over there with him.
Oh, it's a big fight.
Absolutely.
I mean, but if you could put money on it, Kenny, is he going to vacate or fight Errol?
He's not going to fight.
He's not going to fight.
He's
him.
not going to fight Errol.
Yeah.
He's not going to fight Errol.
Wow. And your son, I know.
And if he fights Errol, he's going to lose.
He's going to lose if he does fight him.
He's going to lose.
So then, I mean, he's smart then. He trying to keep the money flowing then, right? That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of yourself, who would you say is the most talented, well-rounded fighter at the welterweight division outside of you guys?
Probably have to be Keith.
It would be Keith?
Danny and Keith are right there.
Danny and Keith?
Yeah, and we'll find out on, March 8th?
March
4th?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's Danny and Keith. They're right there. They're right there. You got to give them just due, no doubt. Absolutely.
So obviously you picking Keith Thurman to beat Danny then?
I'm picking Keith. I think he's more prepared at this point in time, especially coming off the life and death match that he had with Shawn, and in comparison to Danny's activity and the guy he just fought, I think Keith is better prepared.
Now, since you guys have been on almost a hiatus because it's been so long since you guys been fighting, you still training at the exact same pace, or y'all scale it back a notch?
It was scaled back. It was definitely scaled back, but he was working out within a week of the Keith Thurman fight, and he worked for a week, and then he took a week off, and then he came back, and he worked for 2 weeks, and then he took a week off, and he came back. And since then, it's just been a balance of about 4 days a week of working, and then we just try to keep everything in order. So we're waiting until the official, we've still continue to bring in sparring partners and things like that, but we're waiting on the official date and official opponent before we bring in the sparring partners.
Okay. And everybody in the comment section, they keep saying, are you guys going to fight Errol Spence?
Unfortunately, we were dropped from the top 25 of the IBF, so we don't have those problems. Other people have those problems with Errol. We don't.
Yeah,
we're not even in the top 25.
Matter of fact, he even closing in on the winner of Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman because he's the number 2 WBC rated. So,
you got to understand the ratings. You got to understand the ratings.
Explain them.
Oh, you don't understand them? If a guy is your champion and then 8 weeks later when you come out with your first rankings, he's not even in there.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
So the same thing for the guy that gets ranked high. Sean's number 3 with the Ring magazine. But I mean, it is what it is. At this point in time, Kell Brook has got to make a decision, and I expect that if he doesn't fight him, which I don't expect he's going to fight him, that Errol Spence will be the IBF champion by whoever they put in there with him. He's going to win.
Okay. Yeah. And Shawn, man, both of you guys, since you starting with the mic, break down Golovkin versus Danny Jacobs. How does it go down? It's a tricky one, huh? You passed the mic.
Man, it's cutting to me. It's just plain and simple, man. I want Danny Jacobs to win that fight. In order to win that fight, I think he's got to be as sharp as he's ever been for 12 rounds, as fast as he's ever been, the most stamina he's ever had. He has to be able to hold on to his speed and quickness and the power that he has on the end of his shots for a course of 12 rounds. I know that this is a moment that he's wanted for his whole life, and I know he'll be ready for this moment. So hopefully I'm there, and I'm pulling for Danny all the way.
Yeah, it's a big one. It'll be.
What's the date on that fight?
That one is
that's
March 18th.
March 18th.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, go ahead, Fred.
So someone in the comments section, shout out to Christopher Brooks. He says, Berto don't want to take the fight because you might retire him. Will this fight inspire? Will the bantering outside the ring inspire you to treat him like a Paulie Malignaggi? Is he getting to that point with you?
I mean, even with Paulie, it was the game plan was to go in there, box him, set up the power, and it happened. It played out perfectly. the way that we wanted to in the course of 4 rounds. So that's always, like I said to y'all the other day. That's every fighter's dream. If a fighter can make every fight last for 4 rounds and win and knock out and look spectacular, that's a great career. So ever since that Paulie Malignaggi fight, I've wanted every fight to end up like that one. So yes, I think that this fight could play out the same way. I feel like I have the power that it takes to overwhelm him and hurt him, and also the quick feet and the skills to handle everything else.
I didn't think about that. And that could be a big part of the reason why he doesn't want to take this fight. Because he could actually be looking at this fight thinking, this could be it for me. He might be looking at that saying, this could be it. And this is it if you take this fight. Because I know me as a trainer, I'm going to do everything within my power to make sure that he's prepared to do just that. To do just that. So, we're just waiting on him to say yes.
So you
or
want
no. Man up and say no. Man up and say, no, I won't take the fight because, I'm not going to fight that guy.
So you want him at Sam's Town at the end of this fight?
Sam's Town. That'd be nice. Right down the street from us.
Fight on Mayweather Promotions? Is that what you want?
Fred full of jokes.
Nah. It ain't nothing like that at all. But maybe that's something that is in his mind. That's not something that's in our mind. In our mind is fighting the Keith Thurmans and the Danny Garcias. These big fights. These are the guys we want, and you are here. Yeah, so if you're here, let's make this happen.
And that's really how this fight for me became the fight to be, because once those big names that we've already spoken about were gone, what's the guy out there that can get me the biggest draw and the most money, the biggest venue, and everything that you want to have in a big fight? And it just so happened to be Andre Berto. So it was no disrespect ever when I contacted him saying, hey, let's make this fight happen. It was just 100% me realizing that, you the guy that's going to get us both where we need to be. At this point, we need each other. We, quote unquote, need a dance partner. And, after that, it just kind of turned into what it has become. And that's just because, the messages that are being relayed to me, for some reason, he's relaying different messages to the world, saying that my messages that I'm relaying to y'all are not factual. And what I'm saying is it is. So get ready for war.
So I'm just going off the comment section. Someone in the comment section, you look like he fresh off the set of Boardwalk Empire.
Man, I tried tonight. I called my tailor. I said, hey man, you think I should throw the suit on? Hey, look, hey, and I had a plaid suit. It was yeah. It was like a little, and he was like, no. He said, just go with the tie. He said, that's a white tie. I was like, yeah. He said, you good there. Just do that.
He got his boys, the men. Cool it now. Yeah. New edition. It's all good. Well, I see the fight's about to start. So real quick, I know you already talked on it yesterday, but call the fights for us, Shawn and Kenny. How's it going down? Frampton Cruz and then Mikey Garcia versus Atichinen.
Great fights. Both of them are great fights. We've been waiting to see Mikey for a long time. So it's good to see him back in the ring again. And I'm definitely looking forward to the main event. I know both guys. I feel like this fight is going to play out the same way as it did the last time. It's hard to stop Santa Cruz from punching. Frampton's got a little bit of skill and finesse to him too. So I think that's where he came up on top. Was that he displayed a little bit more defense than Santa Cruz did, and I think Santa Cruz is gonna push put the pedal to the gas and not let off. I think Santa Cruz will win this one.
Okay.
I got Santa Cruz, and they're gonna have to have a tiebreaker. So
you got Santa Cruz.
Yeah, I look forward to.
So you think he's gonna box like he did against Abner Mares, and it'll be a difference, or is he gonna do the first thing he did in the first fight?
I think he's gonna be still aggressive on the offense, but from what I've read, his dad has worked more on the defense in this particular fight, which is a good thing. A great thing. Is always great to have offense, but always even better to have defense. So I'm looking forward to him winning this victory and then them having a tiebreaker.
Okay, and did you mention Mikey Garcia versus Atichinen?
Mikey Garcia, I expect him to win. Obviously,
people don't know too much about Atichinen, right?
I don't know. I can't even say his name.
Yeah.
But I expect him to win because of his lineage. I'm going with his lineage on this.
Okay. Well, thanks for your time, guys. Anything else you want to say to the fans, man?
Berto, make this fight.
I might go do some karaoke after this.
Karaoke? Hey, you.
So my question to Andre Berto: can you stand the rain?
There, no pressure. There.
Hey, they calling Kenny.
Your mic is off.
Oh, my mic is off. Oh, Kenny, they calling you the.
That's why you need the headphones so we can hear.
What they call? I'm laughing my ass. They called you the Suge Knight of boxing.
Suge Knight. Yeah,
Jason.
I got your back, Kenny.
Suge Knight of boxing.
Just let him know that my lawyer is right back there, and he also got some big pies.
Hey, my dad do it. Hey, he look like this. He look like he fresh out. This is his first fight back, right?
Yeah. You fresh out. You put that suit on, that Easter suit on.
Put the hat on. I'm not the guy I used to be.
Who? You said you got his lawyer over here. See, how many boxers got lawyers? You see what I'm saying? Doing it too much, man. He doing too much. That's how you do it, though. All right, we gonna wrap it up. Thanks for your time, guys. We
appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all.
All right, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
That's the former welterweight champion of the world, my man Shawn Porter. All right, good looking, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, man.
Let's stay on this Andre Berto.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all.
My golden boy.
All right, guys. So we over here live right here at the MGM Grand, getting ready for this main event, getting ready for the co-main event, I should say. Over here, Garcia versus the Teachinen. Let's see what it is. What kind of prediction you guys have? And by the way, for anybody in the comment section, I heard there was some decaps in there throwing some racist comments. I already got that person blocked. But if you guys see anyone else, I'm gonna make some more moderators in the comment section over here. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm still live. Algeria. I mean, it's a good fight. Robert Guerrero is good too. Yeah, Robert Guerrero is good. Felix Diaz. Yeah. All right, guys. We live over here. We just finished with interviewing Shawn and Kenny Porter, as you guys can see on the camera right now. We'll definitely be doing a show. We'll definitely be doing a show after the fight. We'll talk a little bit about the show, about the fight, I should say. Yes, sir. So, Fred, real quick, man. Real quick, go ahead and give me your prediction. Break down the fights tonight.
I have. Can you hear me?
Nope, you off.
I have in the fight coming up. I have Mikey Garcia in the fight of his life, fighting for his life in this fight, because I genuinely believe Mikey Garcia is looking forward. Whenever you mention Adrian Broner's name, whenever you mention a Manny Pacquiao's name, because attached to that name is a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And we've seen it a few times in boxing. You know, when HBO used to have the A and the A fighter fight on the same card, and next thing you know, Victor Ortiz upsets Andre Berto, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think he wins because the business of boxing wants him to win, but I think he's in the fight of his life tonight. I think he won't be able to keep that tank off of him, but I think he'll win just because he's not going to be a squeaky clean fight. It's going to be a debatable fight, but Mikey Garcia wins and Leo Santa Cruz wins, and it's just one reason alone. The business of boxing wants part 3. Everyone loves the trilogy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Man, interesting. Mm-hmm. I mean, man, that one is tough for me. The Cruz Frampton fight is a tough one because, you know, I'm thinking if Leo Santa Cruz, if he boxes, it seems like that helps Frampton. You know, Frampton will probably do even better if Leo Santa Cruz tries to box.
Sure.
But then again, you know, who knows? Maybe Leo Santa Cruz has mastered that reach. And if he's mastered the reach and he could, you know, keep Frampton at bay, keep him at distance, then maybe he does have a chance to outbox him. But it would seem to me like pressuring him, is his best chance. And even when he does that, he'll probably still lose.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, no, that's how I see
Okay.
it.
What I noticed too, at the in the last couple of fights, Leo Santa Cruz is the lack of knockout power against A-level opponents. At least he knocked out Kiki Martinez. I was at that fight in Orange County, but he throws a lot of volume punches, but lacks the pop to make you stop coming forward. After Mares never stopped coming forward. Carl Frampton stayed inside of those 100 punches around. So I don't think he has a true punching power. He may have stinging power, obviously. He's a boxer. But I don't think Leo Santa Cruz will be able to keep Frampton off of him enough. You understand what I'm saying? To deter him from doing what he wants to do, doing what he has to do, to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yep. No, I totally agree. I totally agree it's going to be competitive. That's what I should say. Let me correct that. Here we go, y'all. So they looking. We got our Mikey Garcia on the screen right now. Mikey Garcia is looking really, really confident. To me, this is the main event, guys. Mikey Garcia versus Atichanin is the main event because this is Mikey Garcia's biggest step up in competition. We already seen Leo Santa Cruz step up in competition. So, there's a lot of question marks. And we're going to know if Mikey Garcia is the real deal tonight. That's what we're going to find out. So, go ahead, Fred.
And exactly like you said, we're watching the reintroduction of Mikey Garcia right now. He's only 2 fights into the restart of his career. And he has everything he needs to be great. He's the 3rd fighter in his family. Well, his dad, I don't believe his dad fought, but for the sake of this conversation, he's the 3rd person in this fight to be entrenched in the boxing. And he has a family behind him. He literally, if he wins impressively, he could potentially have a nation behind him. The beginning part, maybe Mexicali right now.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of Mexico, but he has a chance to be special because he speaks English well. They do a good job of promoting him. But I'm afraid that he may be looking past this fight. It's just my heart of hearts, And
it's hard. It's hard for me to say fighters look past certain fighters. Maybe the build up, they may kind of slightly look past them. But I feel once they get in the ring and that person is throwing punches at them, that's all they're focused on at that time. So I guess it can be a mixture of you possibly looking past someone if outside of the ring you're like, I'm gonna beat him, and then you get in the ring and you find out he's a little bit better than you thought. But my whole thing is, all I'm saying is the best man is going to win. There shouldn't be too many excuses. Everyone is looking at this as a huge step up in competition for both fighters. So we'll see, man. We'll see.
I just stopped liking Mikey Garcia right now because he had a Cowboy sweater on when he was doing his workout. I hate the Cowboys and I love the Giants. So, so we got to sit back and see. I'm as excited as you guys are in terms of seeing what Mikey Garcia brings to the ring tonight. But it's a good crowd out there tonight. You've already interviewed Amir Khan.
Yeah.
Meta World Peace says you need to bring them introductions and keep on bringing them.
Yeah. Shouts out to Meta World Peace, man. Cool cat, man. Big fan of the channel, man. So it's always cool to get that love, man, from the fans, the real fans, So yeah, how does it look? I haven't went downstairs yet.
Inside yet neither.
Yeah. We over here in the press room right now, guys. So I don't even know. I might just stay in the press room and watch the fight in the press room, and it's about to start right now. So I got to make up my mind if we're gonna go to the arena. Are you want to go down? Are you gonna go down or?
I'll follow your lead. So whatever you want to do.
Okay.
I've seen 100 fights, but our job is to cater to the fans. So,
absolutely.
I'll do what they want me to do. If the comment section say go down to the fight and report afterwards, we'll go down to the fight. If they want us to stay and keep on doing commentary, do they want to listen to Showtime? Then they're more than welcome to do that. So they'll let us know.
Hey guys, let me ask you. I see some of you guys said it's lagging a little bit. I want to know if everybody is it lagging right now? Are you guys getting a lot of lag on the screen? Just let me know in the comment section. I see one person said it's lagging right now. All right, so I don't see any new comments. So anyway, okay, they say it's lagging a lot. So okay, so yeah, you guys may just have to wait until this uploads, because it shouldn't be lagging once this uploads. But anyway, guys, all right, well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, guys, and we'll talk to you guys after the fight. Hopefully we get a better connection. We're using the Wi-Fi at the MGM Grand over here, so we'll talk to you guys after the fight. All right, guys. My man Barbershop Conversations, Dante's Boxing Nation, signing out, y'all. Well, we will take some calls. We're gonna take some calls probably after the fight. We'll take some calls after the fight, but you know, everyone is saying it's lagging. You guys should also try to refresh your page if you're getting some lag. But yeah, we will take some calls after the fights, after the press conference. We're gonna have the press conference live over here as well. So tune in after the fight. I'm going to go downstairs and go into the arena and watch the fight and see how it goes down, guys. All right? Take care, y'all.